continue. Okay, I meant to plug in my battery and I didn't. So thanks for sticking around. I'm going to continue the slideshow where we left off. And so I'm going to just scroll down and answer that next question. Okay, let me just go back to it. Okay, here we are. Just give me 1 second and I will get that back on. There. Okay. Thanks for being patient. Okay, here we are. Okay. So when we're talking about children, want to make sure. Yes, here we are. Okay. Can children and adolescents? So again, yes, they can. And having that open communication is really vital with children about their feelings. They need to have that safe place. I call it the psychological safety. They need to have a place where they feel safe, that they can voice their concerns. So meeting with a psychiatrist or psychologist, or even a social worker or a psych nurse, somebody in the field that's a professional that can help them. And as I mentioned prior to the computer shutting down, often in the school systems, we do have therapists. So, and another additional piece is consulting with a pediatrician or a child psychologist outside of the school system for appropriate assessment and intervention strategies. The only thing with this, though, is sometimes there's such a long waiting list to get in to see a psychiatrist or psychologist, so it can be frustrating as well. One thing I will mention is that if the concerns are urgent, someone's experiencing tremendous anxiety, whether it be a child, adolescent, or an adult, we want to make sure that you reach out and get immediate help. So that may mean going to your local emergency department. And a lot of the hospitals nowadays have a psychiatric nurse in the ER department to be able to do the psychiatric assessments. So that's been really a blessing, because years ago we never had that as an option. And as a last resort, sometimes if people aren't willing to get help and it's overwhelming and you're concerned about their mental well-being, you may have to call 911 and have them brought into the ER. And that's sort of as a last resort, but we always want to keep a person safe. So those are just some of the options that I want to make sure that you're aware of. Now, the next question is, what should I do if my anxiety worsens or becomes overwhelming? So again, anxiety becomes overwhelming. Make sure you seek professional help for assessment and guidance. And also, there's a mental health crisis team in many cities, and even in the rural areas in the countries. There is a mental health team that will come out to your home and do an assessment and determine whether or not you're safe to stay at home or if that you need intervention. So just being aware of your resources in your local community are key. And I always tell people, look into the resources in advance. Don't wait for a crisis to occur and then be trying to find out what the resources are. It's really important to make sure you know in advance, so that when an emergency comes up, you're able to be more well-equipped and informed to make that informed decision. Okay, the next question is, how can I maintain a healthy self-care routine while dealing with anxiety?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Are you able to share your screen again? We can't see the questions.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Sure. Okay.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay. So let me just minimize this. Yeah, that's important. You need to see that. So share my screen. Okay, there we go. share screen. Okay. Now, can you see it? Can you see it
Yes.
now? Okay,
Yep.
perfect.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Thank you.
Okay, you're most welcome. Okay. All right. So if it becomes worsened, we talked about this. And then how can I maintain a healthy self-care routine while dealing with anxiety? Because sometimes when we're in the midst of anxiety, it's really hard to practice self-care because our minds are racing and we just have this overwhelming sense of anxiety. It's hard to concentrate. It really, truly is. So what can we do? We need to prioritize self-care. We need to take regular breaks and engage in activities that you enjoy. So it might be putting on old music, taking you back in time. It might be spending some quality time one-on-one with a loved one or a good friend. It might be taking a day off work, giving yourself that break. Often we need just to have that break to be able to reset and recharge. A balanced lifestyle, so maintaining a healthy balance between work, social life, and personal time. Now, we talk about a balance, but in all honesty, it's hard to have a balance because sometimes our personal life has a lot more stress associated with it than work, and sometimes we have work stress and deadlines to meet, and that takes a priority over other things. So it's just balancing it, but it's never going to be perfect. There's always going to be something on the continuum that's a little bit busier than maybe another aspect of your life. And then the activity. The reason exercise is so good is it releases these natural endorphin hormones that what we call feel-good hormones. So it makes us feel good. So that's why exercise, you'll see that as a recommendation in many different health-related opportunities and suggestions. So it will impact both the physical and mental well-being. So those are some of the questions that I've been asked. And if you have any questions that you want to ask here this evening, feel free to just raise your hand and or unmute yourself, and we can answer a question that might be specific to what you're looking for. Is there any questions that you may want to ask of me? Feel free to do so. Just give you a moment to, I'm just looking at the chat. Okay, there. That was just regarding the screen. And thank you for being so patient with me. I appreciate it. Is there any questions? And if you're not comfortable asking the question in this realm, in this moment, feel free to reach out to us, and we will be more than happy to answer your question. Or if you'd like to just be able to reach out to me and get on a 15-minute call, I'm more than happy to do that as well. If you would like, you can join our private face group by searching for us at OCD Private Coach. And we are on a variety of social media platforms. Again, reaching out by Googling the OCD Coach, you can obtain valuable information about OCD, anxiety, depression, and just overall sense of well-being. We would like you to stay connected and informed on your journey so that we can help you gain better mental health and overall health. So if you're looking for the perfect gift for your loved ones, friends, or colleagues this Christmas, look no further. We have put together some of the books that I have written, and this is one of the books. If you want to learn more about OCD, this gives you a glimpse into what the treatment modality is for OCD. it is the same treatment modality as we use for anxiety and for depression. So this is my first book that came out. It's just a little snapshot of CBT and the treatment technique within CBT, talks a little bit about how to get diagnosed and different symptoms and signs. So if you want to scan that, you can just put your phone up against the scan bar here. Excuse me, and that will take you right to the Amazon website where you can order a Kindle version or a paperback. So again, this, what I like to call, is an opportunity for us to start to armor and shield ourselves and help us to start challenging and recognizing our OCD and or our anxiety for that matter. And if you're like me, living with OCD is something that we have to learn to live alongside with. And there's anxiety in all of us. If you have OCD, you understand what I mean by that. Not everyone with anxiety has OCD, but everyone with OCD has anxiety. So we need to learn to deal with the emotions that these thoughts bring on and to start challenging our faulty belief system, because it really is, it's the thoughts that create the emotions, and it's the emotions that rob us from being able to function and rob us from being able to live a happy, fulfilled life. So when I'm coaching with people, I spend a lot of time on challenging our faulty belief systems, because that's really, really important. And this can be the game changer to start turning your life around. So there's also a order here link if you want to take a picture of that, as far as going to the Amazon. Now, depending on which country you are, if you're in Canada, you have to access the Amazon.ca. If you're in the United States, it's Amazon.com. And then there's different links for the Amazon, depending on which country you live in. The other book that I recently wrote is a lot more in depth when it comes to OCD. The title is called OCD, and the subtitle is 6 Secrets to the Deliverance from OCD. Now, this is a transformative journey to break free from the chains that bind us. I used to always say I felt like a prisoner in my own body. And whether you live with anxiety, OCD, or both, it will make you feel like you're not even able to function in the sense of being able to go about your daily activities, depending on the severity. But that's, as many people that I coach with, that's what they often will describe, similar to what I had gone through. So this book will help uncover the keys to lasting freedom and inner peace in this life-changing book. And it's really my journey living alongside both the anxiety and OCD, on how it all unfolded, and it just spiraled and got worse as time went on. So in this book, I show a lot of the vulnerability side, for the opportunity for other people to see themselves in it maybe, and be able to have hope that they can turn their life around. This last book that I was part of is called Reach Your Greatness. And there's many people in this book that have a little snippet in the book talking about how to live an extraordinary life. And it has many top leaders sharing their secrets and help you to understand what it is to be able to reach your greatness. This one is only available on Amazon. You cannot get it anywhere else other than Amazon, but I do have a select few of them that I can mail out to you if you're interested in getting, or you can go directly to Amazon to purchase it. And this one, the barcode is there as well if you want to grab a hold of that. And so, yes, I am, just so you know, I'm working now on a third book on anxiety related issues. So I want to thank you for being here this evening. Always know that you can always reach out to us at www.theocdcoach.com or email us at info@theocdcoach or call us directly 204-295-4408 and follow us on the various platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and YouTube. Okay, so again, remember every first Monday of the month, the next session is going to be on January 8th, always at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And this link is the same link we use each and every month to join us and get on. And if you have any questions, there's always a form on our website that you can actually ask specific questions, and feel free to ask more than one question if you like, as it relates to anxiety. And we also have a gathering place, which takes place every last Wednesday of the month. So the next one is Wednesday, December 27th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we will have a guest who's a pharmacist coming on to talk about medications as it relates to anxiety, OCD, and depression. So mark your calendar if you're able to make that. And if you're thinking of anybody else that you think may benefit from reaching out to us, feel free to share with them our link, our website, and hopefully they will be able to reach out on their own and we can have a conversation. I also offer 15-minute free consults. So if you're interested in that, feel free to go to the website and sign up for that. And I want to thank you. I want you to remember you're not alone in this journey. I'm here to guide you towards a brighter, less anxious future. I'll meet you there.